Good morning, folks, and welcome to the pre-market insight for January 14, 2019. We had some very interesting developments at the end of yesterday's session and overnight. Let's get into it. So we're looking at a chart at the ES, the S&P 500 at the last couple of days action. And I want to bring special note to Friday's action from midday, essentially on from the open on Friday. We essentially began to sell off and closed rather bearishly on the lows of the day. Now, on Sunday in the overnight session, given this weak close, one would have probably expected a bit more of consolidation and or movement to the downside. Instead, we got quite the exact opposite. We got a small gap up initially, some consolidation in this very tight range between 32.77 and 32.69, and then we began to ramp as the morning open drew nearer and nearer. And so we opened with a gap up of about 12 points around 32.77. We made the morning's low within the first hour, and all we did since then was what is known as a trend day, made the low in the first hour, and then begin to make higher prices all day, finishing on the absolute high of the day. Now, we know statistically speaking, after a trend day in one direction, usually you have a gap up open the next day. So, what price action we have going on here is particularly interesting because we made a new all-time high at 32.96 last night after the morning session was finished, yet we steadily sold off all the way back into the top of this range here at 32.74, again highlighting the importance of former resistances usually turn into prospective probable areas of support where you should be looking for support. So we've bounced off of that level, we've come back to this 30.90 level where price held for quite some time last night, but now we rejected thus far off of that, and we're looking to see how we're going to open. What is really important is, do we open above where we closed yesterday at 32.89, 32.90? Because if we do open above there, then we can easily see a drift into retesting that overnight high at 32.96 and the round number 3300 that we were talking about. But buyer and seller beware. The ranges that we're having are now becoming much more expansive and volatile, which means we can easily see another 20 to 30 points added on to the upside to get us to 32.20 or 32.30 before the week is done. And just as easily, if we break beneath 32.74, we can very easily see 32.52 once more. So buyer and seller, be aware, tighten stops, get tactical, bid for portfolio insurance as it is cheap. Keep it simple, smarty. Be safe out there today, guys.